I mean, it has a tradition in the Philippine cinema. So I know the character of Penduko's father is really very significant and pivotal. So I accepted it.
Thank you. Any questions from the audience? Go ahead.
Hi, kabayan. From
Hello po.
Catanduanes, Joy
Ay,
Marido.
yes.
Yeah.
My father is from Bicol, yeah, Katanduanes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm a very proud kababayan of your
Yes,
father.
thank you so much.
Yeah, I'm Joy Marino from Balita Media, and I'd like to ask you, since you've worked with so many directors before, how would you compare, or in what way is Joel Laksamana, the producer, differ from other filmmakers that you've worked with?
Jason Laksamana was actually my classmate in film writing under Ricky Lee. And from then, since we were classmates, well, I graduated with the how do you call it? With in mass communication, and my major actually is screenplay writing. But after graduation, my graduate school, I had to undergo workshop writing for film, and he was actually one of my classmates. He was really good in writing, and then he ventured into directing. I guess most of his works uh, actually discusses things about weird things. That's why when it was given to him, he accepted it. He's not so much into realism from the very beginning. That's why maybe one of the reasons he accepted this project. He loves this kinds of genre. But for me, he's one of the best indie film directors we have in the Philippines, and now he's venturing into really big films. I think this is the first.
Any other questions? Go ahead. Yeah.
Why do you think it's important to show this kind of movie, especially to the kids or the new millennials?
Um, you know, even us, it is very nostalgic to us, our provincial escapades, and then during the times that we have to transfer to Manila or to other cities because we're trying to look for some earnings or trying to change our luck. I think it is also very important for the audience, for the kids to realize that when you are trying to find yourself because you thought that you're already an adult, sometimes you have to think about your family, and not because you are trying to find yourself. It is reasonable for you to quarrel with your parents or try to forget your family. Um, I think the best part here for me is the care for life. When you have to take good care of your family, your neighbors, no matter what, and the importance, the value of life, because here, if you noticed, the character will turn into something more bigger evil every time she kills or he kills another being. So I think it's very important for the kids to value life. I mean, we have to have a very friendly society, and that's our dream. That's our aspirations. I mean, I think we are doing films not just for us, not just for self-fulfillment. We are creating contents because we want to speak to the audience. We want to have a better world, a friendlier society. I think that's the reason why we're showing and we're telling stories.
Do you have a last question? Okay, last two questions. You and then over there. Okay, go ahead.
In your preparation for the process of your character, how did you connect to that, and how did you research, um, rituals and other aspects of supernatural that it's hard to kind of obtain?
Yeah. There is a standard for me since I became an actor. There is what we call instinctive and studied acting, and I have both. Studied means you have this three-dimensional aspects that you have to work on. First is the physical aspect of acting, the emotional and psychological, and then the sociological. Physical is usually being provided by the script. It will tell you if you're a handsome guy or you are handicapped or whatever. You have uh, what do we call it? Maybe
Like a physical affectation or something.
maybe you have a scar here because that could tell a story. So psychological and physical. Then the sociological is being provided by the script. And then the psychological and emotional, you have to work on that with your director. Uh, what is the emotional journey of a particular character? What is happening outside and what is happening inside him? What is this conflicts outside of him is going on? That is the studied part. Instinctive is when you're actually doing the acting with your co-actors. Sometimes you can get some on the spot inspirations. It will depend on how your co-actor will give you what you need as an actor. And it also depends on what you're going to give your co-actor so you can get what you want. You can get the emotion that you need to receive from them. But not all actors are like that. I'm also lucky that from the very beginning, since I was a kid, I really wanted to study acting, and then I realized that there is such a thing as instinctive acting. And when you treat script, there is what we call text, the subtext, and the context. It is a more bigger thing. You are now talking about the context of the whole story, what is trying to tell to the whole world. The text is what are you trying to say. The subtext is what is happening to you while you are saying the lines. So there are a lot of things to consider when it comes to acting. That's why for me, acting is a noble profession. It is not just for me for self-fulfillment. It is something that I want to do because I know that I can touch people's lives. I can touch uh, maybe I can reach out to lost souls and to hearted people, and then somehow I can heal some wounds that they have in their past lives or whatever. So I think this kind of work of an actor is a novel thing to do.
Last question, go ahead.
As an actor working with visual effects and fantasy,
Come again?
as an actor working with visual effects and fantasy, what was your favorite scene and what was your most challenging scene to perform?
Oh, the Arnis. Because that's not my everyday thing. So you know what? You have to work on that too. The since being a quack doctor or being a folk healer, it is not really very hard to do because I think in one way or the other we were raised in some places in our provinces or in Manila that somehow there are some quack doctors. And I'm also into divinity and I believe also in natural healing. So it is easier for me to connect to it. And we are all spiritual. I think most of the people are spiritual beings. I just have to connect myself to my spiritual side while doing the scenes.
John, on behalf of the Manila International Film Festival, we thank you. And thank you to all of you.